Greetings, my fellow citizens. Greetings, change lovers. We are here on Chatufa Live. I want to welcome you to this show. Thank you so much for those that continue to support this channel. And always, please remember to subscribe to this channel. We have quite a lot of people that have subscribed to our main channel, Chatufa Television Production. And yet they have not yet subscribed to this very channel. Subscribe to this channel too, because we'll be alternating giving you information here as well as on the main channel. I don't think you need to miss some of the information in the videos that we do on this platform. If you enjoy the main channel, Chatufa Television Production, then you must also be enjoying this one, because we also share almost the same things or the same content here. So let's also subscribe to this one so you cannot miss out. Otherwise, we really appreciate you for supporting us. South African citizens, Lambast, Emmerson, Mnangagwa, and Zanu PF, calling them blood. This follows the attempt by Emmerson, Mnangagwa, and Zanu PF to want to interfere in the politics of South Africa. You remember last time that they went to support the ANC in their last days of campaign towards the elections, in which ANC knows that it is sinking. ANC can see that their heads are not above the water in these elections that are coming. So because of that, they are quaking in their boots, they have water in their knees, they don't even know what to do, they are panicking. And because of that, they have appealed to Zanu PF as always. You know, these have been sister parties, comrades in crime. They've been helping each other so many times. And we saw how South Africa also stood with Robert Mugabe when he was defeated by Morgan Tsvangirai. You remember the Thabo Mbeki days. And we also saw after Mnangagwa had a sham of that election of the 23rd of August, how Cyril Ramaphosa and Fikile Mbalula stood and supported Zanu PF when all other countries, African countries, rejected this election. So it is because they are comrades in crime. They are witches of the same vicinity. So they are supporting each other through and through. So when they did that, the South African population did not take it lightly. South Africans really were, so infuriated by Zanu PF's interference in the politics. And we saw quite a number of officials of Zanu PF who were encouraging South Africans to vote for the ANC. You know, you cannot just rush to say vote for the ANC before you look at what ANC is doing for the people of South Africa. Is ANC doing exactly what the people of South Africa want? It's not a matter of just saying vote for. It's a matter of watching to see if they are fulfilling the needs of the South African people, because that is the mandate of the politician when he's elected into office. His mandate is to go there and make sure that they meet the needs and the requirements of the people that elected them into the office of authority and power. Otherwise, if they fail to do that, then it means that in the next election, someone else can be also, appointed for that office. And that is how democracy works. That is how governance works. But when it comes to Zanu PF, they don't want to see things operating that way. They have thrown democracy right down, flushed it down the toilet. And Mnangagwa is ruling with an iron fist, and he does what he wants, turning Zimbabwe into his own tuck shop. And because of that, we are seeing Zimbabwe sinking. It's going down. And in South Africa, ANC has failed here and there, but generally the democratic space is still quite good. Information dissemination, freedom of speech and association, all these are still quite good. And of course, a bit of social services are still working out in South Africa, unlike what is happening in our own context in Zimbabwe. We have just a dunderhead, a careless, a ruthless, and a witchcraft government that does not even care about the Zimbabwean people. This is why our people now are scattered all over the world. It is all because of Zanu PF and their rogue way of doing things. And whatever that they lay their hands on, it does not work. For those that are on the show, please just put a comment and also, or at least a greeting. Just say hello, Chatufa. It also helps our channel to continue to be promoted by YouTube. And also put a like. These things look small, but to YouTube, they are very, very important. This is the least that you can do, at least, to support the channel. At least you can also put a comment and just say amen, or say yes, you say hi. You say good morning, you say good afternoon, something like that. It won't cost you anything, but it can promote the channel that is giving you information. For you to be here, it is because I think you enjoy the content that we share here. So it is very, very important. Please, I'm asking you, our channel, at times I hear some people saying, Chatufa, we are not seeing many videos that are coming from live with Chatufa. Why? I've seen quite a lot of people saying that. And I said it is because of what is called algorithm. What is called algorithm is a YouTube analysis on our channels to see how many people comment, how many people like, you see, and how many people view. So those things are very, very important to YouTube. If they see more of that on a channel, they will continue to broadcast more of those videos. So at times I can give a lot of videos and you may end up seeing one or two, because most of the people that are watching, we can have maybe 200 people watching it on a one live show, and then we only have 30 comments. So it means the other 170 people, while they like the content, while they enjoy the sharing that we do on the channel, they are not taking part in promoting it. So that's the least you can do. At least I know it's not everyone who can join membership. It's not everyone who can donate through our email, but at least what you can do, which I know is for free, is to say hello, Chatufa, to send blue hearts, to send some emoji or something like that. Thank you so much. I'm seeing it happening. So let's make this a practice, a culture. If you don't have anything to say, you can just send blue hearts. You know, you can just send a sharp, a bow. You know, you can just send, a peace sign, something like that. It promotes the videos, it promotes the channel, and then we continue to have a better algorithm. And then also put a like there, right? So we are talking about the interference of Zanu PF in the politics of South Africa, but it's not going to help the ANC because the systems, the general atmosphere of South Africa in terms of politics is different. Last time I was saying, you see Julius Malema being given 1 hour of airtime on SABC, and yet SABC is a government-run broadcaster, but it can give 1 hour to Julius Malema. What does that mean? It means democracy is still functioning. But you can't even see that happening with ZBC. I've given an example. I said each time that you see Nelson Chamisa on ZBC is being lambasted, or they take away his voice and then they speak on his behalf while they are lambasting him. That's what you see always in Zimbabwe. So that is our scenario. So South Africans are well informed of what is happening to their politics, whether their ANC is failing or is doing good. They are well informed because no one is blocking the truth. Anyone can say the truth. Nobody comes after you. Nobody will look for you. Nobody will threaten you. You do it clearly, and that is still the atmosphere. So that is now what makes life difficult for Zanu PF to be able to think of helping the ANC to win elections. Because when they come in, Zanu PF does not know how to promote, to help their friend in a democratic manner. They know rogue ways of doing things. They break the law every time. So when it comes to helping the ANC, they can't, because with Zanu PF and the system that operates in South Africa, they are in two different worlds. So South Africans, after seeing this, they have really resisted the interference of Zanu PF, and we have seen many of them coming out, lambasting Mnangagwa, lambasting Zanu PF, and telling them off, telling them hands off our country. We know who you are. So you can see that while Zanu PF pretends throughout Africa to be good guys and the like, propagating their propaganda to think that Zanu PF is going to be acceptable. People who are out there in other nations, they do know who Zanu PF is. They know the animal that is called Zanu PF. So I just want to share this video, if you have not seen it, of one of the South African citizens who was blasting Zanu PF and Emmerson Mnangagwa and telling them off, and that they should not continue interfering in the politics of South Africa. She was actually telling the other fellow South Africans.
A free and credible and fair election. Beloved South Africans, please listen to my 2 cents advice. Never allow the Zimbabwe satanic regime, Zanu PF, anywhere near your elections. 1, they have no records of ever conducting a free and credible and fair election. Secondly, they are the worst corrupt regime in Southern Africa. They are like cancer cells. The moment they come near you, the whole body is contaminated. They are like maggots. Listen, forearmed is forearmed. Zanu PF has never won a free, credible, peaceful election.
Just imagine, this is a South African citizen speaking like this. This is no testimony that the people that are in Southern Africa, they really know the situation in Zimbabwe. And you know what? How do they come to know this? They know this because of social media. This woman probably has never been in Zimbabwe. But why is it that she knows? It's because of social media. Because platforms like this one and that are sharing information about Zimbabwe, telling the truth of what is happening on the ground, are the platforms that are helping others, Africans, to also understand the situation on the ground without being, propagandized by Zanu PF and ZBC. They have quite a lot of information exposed to them at their exposure, and they are able to know what exactly is happening in Zimbabwe.
Elections. Their elections are always blooded. They are well known. They did a genocide in Matabeleland and Midlands. Their elections are always wrapped in series of violent attacks on opposition. There is no democratic space. They are the law unto themselves. South Africans, take my hint, take my advice. This satanic regime must never be allowed anywhere near your elections. You will never test democracy. Please stand up and defend your democratic space. Don't say you were not warned.
Right, there we have it. There we have it. So this is it, family. Can you see that we have quite a lot of brothers and sisters out there in the other nations who are supporting us, who are with us. And that on its own indicates that Zanu PF's lifespan is getting dwindled by the day. Zanu PF's lifespan is getting shrunk by every minute because they are known for who they are. This was a real embarrassment to be told that they are not wanted. Remember, there is a political party in South Africa called the ATM. We did a show on that right on this channel. The ATM wrote to the IEC, the Independent Electoral Commission of South Africa, complaining that they do not want Zanu PF to come and either officiate or be observers in the elections that are coming. And the IEC wrote back to that political party and they said, we can assure you that Zanu PF is not invited. Just imagine, Zanu PF is not invited to observe. The same thing also happened in Botswana. You still remember some time ago, the Electoral Commission of Botswana, they came to Harare for heaven's sake, for nobody knows for whatever reason. They came and they sat down with the ZEC Chigumba Association, and they were saying they are doing some I don't know, some brainstorming or some sharing of ideas, whatsoever it was. Then Botswana, the Botswana citizens, they made noise about it. So much noise, it even got to the parliament, where MPs were questioning why the electoral board of Botswana had to go to Zimbabwe to meet the board of Zimbabwe. Why? Because the board of Zimbabwe is known. It is known as a corrupt board. It is known as a board of thieves who are there to steal elections. They are dishonest. They are not people of integrity, things like that. All that is just so amazing how Zanu PF is being seen under spotlight throughout the whole Africa and of course throughout the whole world. So this is why we are saying, family, it's important for us to continue promoting platforms that are sharing information about what Zanu PF is doing. Every corner, we don't want. That's why you are seeing on this platform, I've changed the stance now. I used to give you shows just in the evening, maybe 1 or 2 shows in the evening. Now I'm giving shows throughout the day from morning, both on this platform, Chatufa Live, at the same time on the main channel, Chatufa Television Production. Whatever happens, we want to quickly make it come to you. We must continue to have information on our fingertips because we are in the season of change. Now Zanu PF must never do anything that the citizens may not be knowing. We are digging deeper. We have sources in Zanu PF. We have people that give us information. We also continue to research all over, finding facts and finding information. And whatever that we get and we see that it's concrete, we bring it to you. We say, there we have it, guys. These are the lies. These are the propagandas. This is what they are trying to do. This is what they have planned. So once we do that, we disarm the enemy. There is no way that Zanu PF will find us napping. We will never be found asleep, because we are well aware, we are fast ahead of them, we know what they are planning, and we can counter some of the things that they are doing. For your own information, did you see what happened the day we did the show when I invited Bishop Nyamakanga on the main channel, Chatufa Television Production, and we were speaking about the knee-down demonstration that we need to do it through into SADC. The very following day, there was so much noise on social media, and they were saying, the Varakashi were saying, Nelson Chamisa is organizing his people to make a blood demonstration during the time of SADC. I think you saw it, and I saw it being covered on Africa and Beyond, where he was giving names of people that were threatening Nelson Chamisa. Yet Nelson Chamisa is not part of that. He's not even aware of that. It's something that has been brought up by the intercessors. It is something that came out specifically from this platform, because it's a revelation that the Lord is giving us as we are praying, that we need to do some spiritual activities in the country. But look at the enemy. He knows once we engage in activities that are spiritual, we are disarming their spiritual dark powers, and they will fall because of that. That's why they are up in arms with us. But we are standing. The war that we are fighting, citizens, this time around is a spiritual war. And that is why Zanu PF is mad like a mad dog. We are never going back. We will continue standing for the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. We are here to declare and to demand for the freedom, because freedom is our portion. We need our families to be free. Our children must be free. Our economy must be free. Our schools must be free. The farms must be free. The factories and industries must be free. And every citizen of Zimbabwe must be free. We need to do clean, fresh politics, politics of tolerance, politics that continue to promote our country, not this hooliganism that we are seeing with the Zanu PF. So let's continue standing, praying for the nation, declaring the word of God of our nation. Freedom is coming. God is on the move. Let me just get to one or two of what the family members are saying here. Mnangagwa and Zanu PF are rotten to the core and are not wanted anywhere near honest people and bodies in Africa. Thank you very much, Tom and Jerry, for that contribution. And Tivani says, thanks, Chatufa, for your ability to deliver. Thank you so much. We are strengthened by your support. When we see you supporting us, commenting, liking, and also sharing, we are very, very encouraged, and we can't thank you enough. Teddy says, yes, we know everything that is happening in Zimbabwe. Yes, we are making sure that everything must be out there in the public domain. Nothing must remain hidden. Whatever that they are planning, we quickly tell you, and they will stop it. I remember the other time they wanted to abduct Bishop Nyamakanga. I made a show right on this platform on Chatufa Television Production. If you can go and look at it, where I said, alert Bishop Nyamakanga's life in danger. Share it to people. That was, I think 20,000 people watched that video, and they stopped. And a report was even given to him that they discussed and said, hey, it has been spread all over on social media, so we can't continue to do it. So you see, so don't underestimate what we are doing, supporting these platforms and standing with these platforms as we also continue to do the work of spreading the information. It never underestimate it. It is very powerful. Brother Edwin, how are you, my brother? Says ANC will never be the same very soon. It is dying gradually. Yes, this time around, you know, things are no longer those. It's no longer business as usual like it used to be. Some of us, we have lots of friends from Zimbabwe in South Africa. We encourage them to make sure they join everyone back in their home country to fight it out. Vote Zanu PF. Yes, thank you very much, Brother Teddy. I did not know that you are South African. Thank you so much for supporting us. We are also with you. We are with you, Brother Teddy. What we want to see happening to South Africans, we don't want what happened to us in Zimbabwe to happen to you. So what we have seen, we have more experiences than you, because you have never experienced a black government of thieves and of people that steal elections. So we need you to be careful. We will tell you the tricks and the things that we saw happening in Zimbabwe, which has led Zimbabwe to where it is today. We are with South Africa. We are with South Africans. We'll continue to pray with you to make sure that your politicians remain clean. You need to have politicians that are accountable, politicians that fear God, politicians that will make sure that they give reports back to the people, to serve the people of South Africa, and make sure that the people of South Africa have all the social services that they need. We don't want Southern Africa to have dictatorships. All dictatorships in Southern Africa must die, and that is what we are standing for. So thank you so much, my brother, for supporting us. My brother Andrew says Zan PF's activities are the last kicks of a dying horse. Definitely, they are not going to survive this. What is happening right now, the winds of change are blowing and things are taking a new twist. And I'm telling you, it is going to shock many of these parties. They will find themselves biting the dust before they know it. Like Zanu PF, they will never know what has beaten them this time around. They'll be hit by what they never thought this time around. They will fall at a time that they least expect. Gogongube says, we are praying for you, South Africa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for praying for South Africa. We know that all these things that are happening, what affects South Africa affects Zimbabwe. What affects Zimbabwe affects South Africa. We are one people. We are one nation. And this is why I always support Comrade Malema, because he continues to speak about the oneness of us as people. We are divided by borders that were put by white people. Otherwise, we are just one people. An aunt and a grand and a niece, they had their homes cut in between by the border. Somebody came and said, this is where this ends. And one found themselves on another side, the other one remaining on another side. So we are not enemies. We should not allow politicians to cause us to hate each other or to fight each other. No, we must unite. We must help each other, support each other, and we get to a point where we will have a Southern Africa that is blessed, that is full of harmony and peace and progress and prosperity. That is who we are. So as of now, thank you so much, family, for joining us on the show. We will continue to be bringing you more and more. I'm coming very soon after this. There's a show again that is coming live. I'm seeing you are many on the live, so I'm not going to put a recorded one. I'll put a live one so we can continue discussing the way we are doing. Thank you very much for supporting your channel. Thank you so much for supporting the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. Subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell and like. It is very, very important to do so. Family, I love you so much. Love you for loving Zimbabwe. Love you for loving change and peace and progress and prosperity. For loving the change champion and praying for a new great Zimbabwe, because it is coming. It is a reality. God is in it. You are blessed. Shalom.